Unit 73. Verb Forms Revision. Fill in the verbs in the correct form and tense. Трябва да попълним празните места с глаголни форми. Вярно граматично време, съответно употреба на ing форми. Okay, now, it's a kind of dialogue. Това е един вид диалог, така че нека да погледнем. So, you know Phil Sewell. Do you know? Okay. Do you know Phil Sewell? Yes, I met him 3 years ago when I was in France. Okay, past tense. Okay, when I was in France. Okay, he still lives there. And the answer is yes, he does. So the question is, does he still live there? Does he still live there? Yes, he does. Okay, he lives in Lyon. Okay, he has got a good job. Okay, but at the moment he's working in Paris. Okay, continuous tense. Точно с тази идея на контраст с past simple. Okay, he's working in Paris right now. So, he's here for a few days and I'd like to invite him and you to dinner. To invite somebody to dinner. Pay attention to the prepositions. Okay, внимание върху глаголи и предлози заедно. So, can come. Can you come? Можеш ли да дойдеш? Can you come? Yes, I hope so. Okay. What can we say? I want to see Phil again. Present simple tense. Okay. When I was in Lyon, so we met quite often. Okay, because his office was near the library where I worked. Was near the library where I worked. Така, малко по-нататък ще говорим за изразяване на навици и повтарящи се действия в миналото. Така, в този контекст, имайки изрази като quite often, sometimes, както в нашия текст, ще можем да използваме тези изрази, например, would и simple infinitive. Okay, we would meet quite often because his office was or used to be. Друг израз, който ще използваме в минало време за повтарящи се действия, навици в миналото. Okay, let's go on. Но това, което имаме тук с past simple, звучи изключително добре. Okay, so we sometimes what? Had lunch together. Past simple. Okay. I enjoyed very much talking to him. After enjoy, we have an ing form. Yes. I enjoyed very much talking to him. So I wanted to write to him, but he moved. I wanted to write to him, but he moved. Но той се премести. Okay, I haven't got his new address. Okay. Well, what about dinner on Saturday evening? Sounds great. What time? Is 8 o'clock okay with you? Okay, I rang Phil yesterday. Past simple. Okay. To ring somebody. Внимание, глаголи и предлози още веднъж или там, където нямаме такива. To call somebody or somewhere. To ring someone or somewhere. Okay. To phone. somebody or somewhere. No preposition. Okay, I rang Phil yesterday to check the day. I will ring him tomorrow to check the time. Okay. 8 o'clock is fine for me. Okay, I will come at about 8, or I'm going to come. Definitely I can say both. Okay. Let's have it like will come. Наистина ще имаме опции. Доста често в смисълът на това, което казваме, спор няма една идея като намерение, една идея като моето отношение, going to, не звучи никак зле, макар че наистина и с will, изразът, който имаме, звучи изключително добре. I will come at about 8 and I will bring a bottle of wine. Okay. So, see you on Saturday then. Okay, that's it. Okay, we have a really interesting text there. Let's read it. Okay. A farmer had some puppies he needed to sell. He painted a sign and started nailing on the post at the end of his yard. As he was doing it, he felt a tug on his trousers. He looked down into the eyes of a little boy. "Mister, I want to buy one of your puppies," the boy said. "Well," answered the farmer, "these puppies come from fine parents and cost a lot of money." The boy dropped his hat for a moment. Then he reached deep into his pocket, pulled out a handful of change, and held it up to the farmer. "I've got 35 cents. Is that enough to take a look?" "Sure," answered the farmer. "Here, Tara," he whistled and called loudly. Out from the doghouse ran Tara, followed by 4 little balls of fur. The boy smiled and his eyes danced with delight. As the dogs made their way to them, the little boy saw that there was something else stirring in the doghouse. Slowly, another little ball appeared. It was smaller than the others. In a strange manner, it was running to them, once or twice slipping and falling in the grass. "I want this one," the boy pointed to the little puppy. The farmer knelt down at the boy's side and said, "Sure you don't want this one. It will never be able to run and play with you like these other ones would." The little boy stepped back, reached down and began rolling up his trousers. He revealed a steel brace running down both sides of his leg, attaching itself to a specially made shoe. Looking back at the farmer, he said, "You see, sir, I can't run too well myself, so he will need someone who understands." The world is full of people who need someone who understands. Wow, a great story. Okay, now let's look at the questions there. True or false, actually. Okay, or we have to pick the right answer. Тоест ние трябва да изберем верният отговор тук. Okay, a farmer had puppies for sale. Puppies, малки кученца. Okay, kittens, котенца, lamb, агне. Okay, so the answer is the first one, definitely. He had puppies for sale. Okay, the puppies were very cheap, from fine parents. Fine, отличен, изключително хубав. Yes, fine parents. Okay, this is the answer. Number 3. The little boy wanted to have a look at them, play with them, feed them. Okay, so he had 35 cents and he wanted to have a look at them. To have a look at something, да погледна нещо. Помним фрази. Okay. Question 4. So, Tara had 3 puppies, 4 puppies, 5 puppies. How many? Did you understand? Okay, 4 came first and she had 1 more, smaller than the others, 5 puppies. Okay. First came 4 came out, yes, най-напред излязаха 4. And then there was another one, smaller than the others. So they were 5, yes. Question 5. The smallest puppy couldn't walk very well, actually could run very fast, was hungry. Definitely it was walking in a strange manner, okay? So, couldn't walk very well. Okay. And number 6, the boy wanted to take all puppies, the smallest puppy, Tara. Definitely the smallest puppy. Yes. The farmer tried to persuade the boy to take the little puppy, not to take the little puppy to go home. What do you think? He said, sure, you don't want this one. Yes, because it will never be able to run like the others. Така, definitely, this is the answer. Okay, the farmer tried to persuade, да убеди. Okay, to persuade the boy not to take the little puppy. Да не го взима. Okay, 8. The boy showed the farmer a special attachment to his shoe, his trousers, his money. Okay, a special attachment to his shoe. Okay. A steel brace, метална скоба, running down. Okay, both sides of his leg. Okay. And we have one more question there. 9. The boy needed someone like him, a rest, money to buy the dog. Someone like him, someone who understands. Okay, and the puppy needed someone who understands. Okay, well, that's it. This is our next exercise, question and tenses. Okay, we have a table. Name, girl. Okay, nationality, Mexican, comes from Guadalajara. Age, 28. Family, a younger sister. Job, an actor. Holiday last year, Paris for 2 weeks. Holiday next year, drive to Morocco. And we have the Hernandez, okay? They're Argentinian, okay? And they live in Buenos Aires. They're in their 60s. They've got a daughter who is married, okay? And they've got 2 grandchildren there, okay? They are retired. And their holiday last year, they went to Wales, okay, for 2 months visiting relatives. And next holiday, next year, they're going to New Zealand for a fortnight. Fortnight, 2 weeks. Okay, now we have to ask questions. Нека да се опитаме да зададем въпроси, съответно в подходящото граматично време. The model. Where does girl come from? Or where is he from? He comes from Mexico. Okay. So, number 1. Откъде са Hernandez? And the answer is they come from Argentina. Where do they come from? Where do the Hernandez come from? Или въпроса where do you come from е като where are you from? Okay? Be careful. So, where do Okay, where do the Hernandez come from? They come from Argentina. 2. Къде живеят? They live in Buenos Aires is the answer. So where do they live? Okay. Where do they live? Number 3. So, на колко е Гайл? He's 28. How old is Gal? Yes? Okay. How old is Gal? He's 28. 4. Има ли Gal брати и сестри? Has Gal got brothers or sisters? Okay. Has he got? Okay. Has Gal got? Brothers or sisters? Okay, has he got any brothers or sisters? Has he got brothers or sisters? I can say both there. Good. Okay. Sisters. So, 5. Имат ли Hernandez деца? Have Hernandez got children? Okay. Have the Hernandez Okay, have they got children? So yes, they even have 2 grandchildren. Okay. So 6. Какво работи Гайл? He's an actor. Okay, what's Gail's job? What's Gail's job? Yes. What's his job? What's Gail's job? Okay, he's an actor. 7. Къде ходи на почивка Гайл миналата година? Where did Gal go on holiday last year? Yes. Okay. Okay. So he went to Paris. 8. Колко дълго стояха? Okay. They stayed there for 2 months. Нещо, което говорим за for. Като предлог, един предлог, който винаги ще въвежда период от време. Така, с перфектни времена, нещо, което ще говорим много скоро, периодът е до сега. Това е разликата. Така, в нашия случай, въпросът, който ще търси този период. How long? Okay. Okay, how long did they stay in Wales? Okay, how long did they stay? How long did they stay in Wales? Last year. Okay. They stayed there for 2 months. Yes, they stay there for 2 months. How long did they stay? They stayed there for 2 months. Още веднъж, how long е един въпрос, който по принцип ще търси един период от време и обърнете внимание, отговорът е с for. Okay? For е по принцип този предлог, който ще въвежда период от време. Нещо се случва, нещо протича за определено време. Okay. 9. So the answer is they're going to tour New Zealand. Как ще прекарат тях на следващата ваканция? Въпрос. Okay. How are they going to spend? Как смятат да прекарат? Как ще прекарат? Yes. How are they going to spend their next holiday? Внимание, при going to, глаголът to be активен, той стои пред they като спомагателен глагол. How are they going to spend? Okay, the next holiday. And the answer is they're going to tour New Zealand. Number 10. The answer is he is going to drive to Morocco. Okay, как Гал ще прекара своята следваща ваканция? Okay, how is Gal going to spend his next holiday? How is he going to spend? How is Gal going to spend? Okay. Okay, how is Gal going to spend his next holiday? He's going to drive to Morocco. Okay, that's it. Our next exercise. Each sentence has a mistake. В изречение има грешка, трябва да открием грешката и да напишем верните изречения. Okay, number 1. It was a lovely wedding, didn't it? Where is the mistake? We have a tag question. Въпросите, нали? The auxiliary verb is was. So here we have wasn't it. Okay? So it was a lovely wedding. Okay. Wasn't it? Нали? 2. It is raining tomorrow. It's going to rain. Okay, it's going to rain or it will rain. Yes, it's going to rain. Okay, it's going to rain tomorrow. It's going to, още веднъж ще изразим нашето отношение. Аз смятам така. Okay, so 3. She won't tells me anything about it. Will not, well, this is an auxiliary verb and it is also a modal verb. Will not е нашия спомагателен глагол, също модален такъв. След модалните глаголи винаги имаме infinitive в основна форма. Без s нямаме спряжение. Okay, така че she won't tell me anything about it. Yes. Tell me. Okay. Anything about it. So 4. Next weekend, Marion comes to see me. Is coming to see me. Okay, the continuous tense to express something in the future. Okay. Next weekend, Marion is coming to see me. Okay, she's coming to see me. Five. In the afternoon, it began. Okay. Begin is an irregular verb. Okay, so it began. Okay, it began to rain. Begin, began, began. Okay. So, once again, in the afternoon, it began. It began to rain. 6. Harry can't swim when he was 3 years old. He could swim. Okay? Harry could swim. Okay? Could, we use it to express ability in the past. Okay? Способност в миналото. Could. Миналото време на can. Okay? So he could swim. So when he was 3 years old. 7. Wasn't you at home when I phoned you yesterday? No, wasn't. Doesn't sound good. Weren't you at home? Okay. Okay, weren't you at home when I phoned you yesterday? Okay, when I phoned you yesterday. So, 8. Where you are going on holiday next Christmas? This is a question. When are you going? Yes? So, where are you going on holiday next Christmas? So 9. Rosa. Okay, Rosa is sure about her future. She will study law. She is sure about her future. Okay, she will study law. She's going to sounds better, expressing what she has decided. Okay, so Rosa is sure. Okay, she's going to study law. Yes, she's going to study law. Sounds better. Звучи по-добре. 10. I not want it. Okay, doesn't sound good. I didn't want it. I didn't want to go there and stayed at home. Yes, I didn't want to go there. And stayed at home. Okay. Well, that's it.